Good morning. This is Hired Done. My name's Adam Helfman on 101 WRIF, everything that rocks. It's a great Saturday morning. Home improvement weekends, as you always know. And for you who tuning in for the first time, I want to introduce you to the show. My name's Adam Helfman. I'm a home improvement expert. This is Hired Done, which is our brand. We teach you how to fix, repair, or remodel everything within the four corners of your lot. We're not a do-it-yourself show. However, I'm not anti do-it-yourself. I'm pro do-it-for-me. So if your washing machine on its spin cycle is doing the tango across the floor, I'm going to give you the questions to ask the repairman to make sure it doesn't happen again and that you don't get ripped off. Now, can I teach you how to balance it? Sure, of course. I can tell you how to put Tang in your dishwasher and your washing machine to keep it clean. I can do that too. But today, we like to teach you how to hire a contractor. Why is that? Because time is the new currency. Homeowners don't have a lot of time. I'd rather have you spend your time with your family and children than figuring out how to fix a washing machine or figuring out how to repair your deck or getting rid of spiders, whatever that is. My point, my friends, is Hire It Done is here to help you have hassle-free home improvement. And that's what we want to do here. And so that's what we do all the time. And of course, when it's time to find a contractor, whether you want a contractor to do a kitchen, a roof, electrical, plumbing, or pest control, we have the best. Okay. We vet them, we pre-screen them, and we want you to have a hassle-free home improvement. So what we do is we talk about it, we give you the questions to ask, and then if you need a contractor, you just visit hireitdone.com and look up our contractors, and we'll be able to help you get hassle-free home improvement. It's a lot easier than going on into like a Craigslist or a Facebook Marketplace or wherever. You just never, ever know. And don't forget, it's Salt Sale Saturday. That's right. Beauchamp Water Treatment Solutions, which is one of our sponsors. They do water softeners. They do water purity. They have a water company. They are literally the best in Metro Detroit. And if you want clean water, PFAS free, no plastics. If you knew what was in our water, you'd be like, oh my God, like completely gross, right? And it makes sense. And so with today, and if you have a water softener, you go, it's Salt Sale Saturday, you go to Beauchamp, anywhere around Metro Detroit, there's 5 locations, and you save $1 off the water softener salt. And by the way, they sell the purest water softener salt, Derrick Cube. It's 99.9% pure. I always ask, can you use the water softener salt for French fries? I think I want to try it one time. I'll just grind it up because I have a salt grinder. But you know what? We'll leave that for a later date. Derrick Beauchamp, who is the owner of Beauchamp Water Treatment Solutions, great guy. He's the king of water, as you know. We always call him the king of water. But if you want to get water softener, you want to get a tankless water heater for your house, you want to get clean water. If you have city water, he can put a whole house filtration system. It's what I have. I have city water and well water. The well I use for my my sprinkler system, but when I used to drink it in the house, I always had a water softener, but I still have water filtration on my house, reverse osmosis on my sink. I've got reverse osmosis on my ice maker, and literally my water is the best. And I have the new alkaline attachment, which gives you like pH water. So I'm like literally crazy like that. But if you want it done right, call Beauchamp 810-632-2000. Go to hireitdone.com. They're right there. It's that simple. So that way, if you're driving or whatever, we'll help you out. Also, don't forget, you have a question today. You want to text us if you want a question for our guest. We have the Hire It Done text line, 248-927-1985. And if you want to watch us in studio, go to Facebook Live. Hire It Done on Facebook. Hire It Done on Instagram. Hire It Done on LinkedIn, and Hire It Done on YouTube. We are live right now in studio. You can watch us, which is always fun. We always have the best time doing that. And we have a great show lined up today. I've got Derrick Case from Frames Pest Control. They're a pest control company that services Southeast Michigan. They also in Northern Ohio, as well as a fast-growing company. And family owned, great company. We're going to talk to Derrick about the business this time of year, what kind of services they offer, what kind of tips can we give you. So if you got spiders living in your house that aren't paying rent, maybe bats, maybe rodents coming in places, you'd be surprised. We're going to talk about all that together. And get that going. And you know what? It's good conversation, and it always ends up giving good content for the listener, as you all know. So it's home improvement season. It's fall. Have you put your heat on yet? I always go as late in the season as I can to put my heat on, as you know. But I want to give you the top 5 home improvements in Metro Detroit right now that people are doing. And it's, you know, what's pretty much always number one is kitchens and baths. Sometimes roofing is a big deal, but kitchens and baths are number one. And if you're thinking about getting a new kitchen, a bathroom, we've got great contractors on Hire It Done. In fact, one of our best contractors, Metro Home Improvement, keeps growing. This guy is literally taking every dollar he has and putting it back into his business. I got to give credit to Brian Lee, Metro Home Improvement. He started a podcast, and he's been on here. We come back and forth all the time. And I got to be honest, the guy is doing it right. You know, you either lead, follow, or get out of the way. And I got to say, high fives to Brian, because not only is he a really good contractor, okay, you want work done properly, you want it done right. He's the guy. But he's not cheap. But he's not expensive. He's right in the middle. But he's doing it right. It used to be, advertise in Valpak. The yellow pages. Here and there. No. Today it's social media. And he's informing the homeowners by doing a podcast, giving them tips, visiting his job sites, looking at the quality of the work he does is quite incredible. So you should check him out, Metro Home Improvement. As we said, the most requests on Hire Done this week has been kitchens and baths. Roofing is next. Yes, roofing is a big category. And as you know, Hire Done, we always talk about roofing, and there's a lot of good roofing companies out there. And as you know, I always say this, the best roof is the one that's installed properly. So make sure that you find a good roofer. If you go to Hire It Done, of course, we have roofers. Evernew is one of our roofers. And by the way, one of the things about Evernew that I like is they are doing roof repairs. If you don't want a new roof, they are doing roof rejuvenation, which is ridiculously a cool new product. I poo-pooed it at first, I want you to know. But as I learn more and as the product has evolved, the latest generation and latest product of this is what Evernew uses. It's green, and it's just ridiculously good. So you can get a roof. If, let's say a new roof is $30,000, you get your roof rejuvenated, which adds about 6 to 10 years to it, for about $3,000 to $5,000. I mean, really? And, you know, look at people are getting letters from their insurance company. The insurance company saying, hey, we're not going to insure your roof if you don't replace it. So we have all these answers for you. We have the solution. We'll help you. And that's what Hire It Done does. So kitchens and baths, first top request. Second request is roofing. Then you got decks. This time of year, you're like, it's too late in the season to deck. No, this is the best time to get a deck because it'll allow you to get it used for next season. Because if you wait till next season, you're going to wait all year because the good deck guys are busy. And of course, if you're going to get a deck today, you got to go composite. My recommendation is always Trex because it's the biggest one and they're the best. I like Trex. And of course, if you want decks done right, you use one of our contractors, Koi Construction out of Metro Detroit. It's the largest Trex deck installer.
And if you actually watch during the break, if you come on Facebook and YouTube during the break, we're going to show you a job we did with Koi.
Oh, even better.
You can see the great, beautiful Trex decking. You can see the patio. It was an unbelievable shoot.
So Roberto, our producer for the radio show, also does all my Instagram lives and all my shorts and reels. And if you want to watch our show instead of listen, you can, or you can do both. And when we go to commercial break, we actually play videos on our live stream of contractors that we've been visiting. So like today, when we go to break, you'll see a deck that we visited with Koi Construction. Kind of cool. And again, that's what Hire It Done does. We're trying to lead. And we're trying to help you figure it out. Because look, contractors are not the easiest to deal with. Communicating with contractors, and that's the key to a good contractor, is communicating with him. So that's what we do here at Hire It Done. We make sure we find communication are contractors that are what we'll call solution minded. So kitchens and baths, roofing, decks. What's the fourth one? Heating and cooling. It's time to get your furnace tuned up. Obviously, did you know the inside air in your house is 5 to 10 times dirtier than the outside air? That's kind of gross, right? If your children have respiratory issues, allergies, guess what? Doctors, allergists, pulmonologists are figuring out that it's the off-gassing, the VOCs, and all the chemicals in your home that is causing your kids to have problems. Clean up your house. Okay? That's what I had. I said, clean up your house. Get your furnace tuned up. Get the dust out of it. Get a filter that actually does this. People love to call my phone in the middle of my show. And, of course, it's ringing and I'm on mute. I'm sorry, guys, as we do the radio show. So getting that done, getting your furnace tuned up, getting air quality done, it's important. And then the fifth request this week, which is really cool, is generators. We have electricians, obviously, and we had a generator request, a couple of them. And the best part about it is that, this is why. Sorry about that. See these new phones? I have a new iPhone 17 and it's ringing even though it's on silent. Are you kidding me? Someone's calling. It's all right. We'll figure it out. But my point is generators. If you have a generator, you want a generator, if you need an electrician to help you out, that's a great request. And guess what? We absolutely can get you a generator for your house. And by the way, financing, get it done right. It's like walk-in closets. It was a luxury. Air conditioning used to be a luxury. Today it's automatic. Guess what? Moving forward, if you're going to buy a house, if you're going to build a house, if you don't add a generator, you're behind the times. Yes, it's expensive, but if you think about the grid that we have, do me a favor, friends. Be prepared. Power goes out. You got a freezer full of meat. You're out for 2-3 days. Oi, what are you going to do? That's what I'm saying. Be careful. So anyways, we're going to take a quick break. And guess what? When we come back, we are going to be talking to Derrick Case from Frames Pest Control. We're going to talk everything bugs, arachnids, spiders, creepy-crawlies, things like that. And that's the way we do things here at Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. This is Hire It Done on WRIF 101.1 FM. We'll be right back. On a deck that was just completed by Koi Construction. And I gotta tell you, it's raining. Well, if you ever had a deck, you're like, I wish I could be on my deck when it's raining. Guess what? They built a roof over this. They have screens. This is awesome. Let's take this in the rain. This is exactly the deck setup that you're looking for. So as you can see, it's raining, but we're walking into the deck right now. This is awesome. The whole thing is dry. We have Chris Quackenbush from Koi Construction with me today. They're the builders of this deck. Amazing job. And we've talked in the past, deck, if it's raining out, You can put a roof over it, but this is the ultimate. Tell me in a nutshell what you guys did here.
So we had a lot of complications with getting this permit approved, right? They wanted a full screen room with walls and everything. So we kind of compromised, went with retractable screens that went down. We were able to build a gable roof up top.
Mm-hmm.
So the deck came out the distance that we wanted to come out, built the roof over top, screens come down. So it actually gave that of a screen room that they were looking for, maybe a little bit less, but able to accommodate what the homeowner was asking.
So this is more than like a 3-season sunroom or anything like that. This is a full deck. It feels like a room addition. Beautifully decorated. It's pouring out right now. We're dry, like the best kind of cool weather. Like you can just relax out here with mosquitoes in the wind. We have a ceiling fan. This is the ultimate outdoor, as I can tell. So you talked about municipalities. Is this considered part of the square footage of the house now because you put a full roof, or how did the city interact with you? Because we know it's completely frustrating dealing with municipalities.
Yeah, they don't actually consider this a square footage. They are talking about possibly making it, because it is attached to the house, part of it, but they haven't yet. But yeah, a lot of it is just technicalities of either rear setbacks or side setbacks that play a factor into it. I feel like we kind of manipulated it as the best as possible, achieve the goal that the homeowner was looking for.
You know what? I think you've knocked it out of this. So you actually structurally built a roof, tied it into the existing house, base for the deck. I mean, I see these big columns, you got headers. This is a big engineered construction job.
Correct, yeah. So tying it in, matching siding, matching the siding gable end on the outside, wrapping with AZEK, accommodating for making sure that the railings all set properly, structurally on the bottom, making sure that this will hold this actual roof, along with the TimberTech decking that we laid down.
And it's unique because when we walked up originally, I always tell people, welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Great Saturday morning. It's this time of year where it's cold in the morning, at night. It gets hotter in the day. It's mixed signals, right? What do you want to be out there? Hot, cold? What jacket you're going to wear? Are you going to not turn your heat on? You're going to go as late in the year as possible. I try to go as late as possible without turning my heat on. Sometimes I get to it. Sometimes I don't. Depends. Actually, it depends on my weight. If I'm up a few pounds, I can survive it. But other than that, I can't. But what else is like when it's cold at night? What do you want to do? There's like cold weather. People want to go to the warm. And as your house, breathes and stuff, you have problems. So you got to make sure that you don't get critters in your house. That's right, critters. And so in studio right now, we have a partner with Hire It Done and a great company who is doing pest control, exterminations, and things like that. And we're going to break it down today so everyone knows the basics of it as well. But in studio with me is Derrick Case from Frames Pest Control. Good morning, Derrick.
Good morning.
How are you, my friend?
I'm good.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Glad to have you here. Derrick, why don't you introduce yourself to the Hire It Done audience and tell everyone a little bit about your company, how long you've been around, and what services you guys offer.
Well, Frames Pest Control, we've been around for 52 years. We're a third generation company, and we kind of provide a lot of different services, specializing in bees, wasp, do have a wildlife department, ants, creepy crawlers, like you said, occasional invaders, you kind of name it, commercial homes, everything. We're kind of getting to it all.
I like that. I like that. So here we are. It's October. In my house, I see spider webs, and I see in my basement, like in some of the corners, up in the bond plate, I see some spider webs, creepy crawlies. Is that typical for this time of year, or is it always? Just depends.
That's kind of typical for this time of years, but it is also always, spiders and things like that do always congregate up around the house. This year it's been specifically dry.
Okay.
So a lot of times around the outside, as we're watering and things, bugs are coming towards the houses because of that. And as they come, they find cracks and crevices in the house, and then they move inside because that's where it's dark at. And then it's also protected. So anything of those cracks and crevices that are protected, that's where they're going to be at. So normally inside you see them around those box sills,
Sure.
But also more congregating around the windows because that's where the light's coming at. So bugs are attracted to that light. That's where the spider webs are going to be kind of.
Oh, okay. And so if someone, says, all right, I used to get a bug spray at the hardware store, and I used to do this, I used to do that. But now I just want to have a company come out and tell me what I need to do. So does it make sense, Derrick, for a customer who's listening right now to call Frames and say, look, I live here in, let's say Southfield, Metro Detroit, and I don't know what I need, but I know I want to protect my house. Is it something they can call you and you guys can come out and do an assessment? Or how does that process work?
Well, normally just more for most of our residentials, if you give us our office a call, most of them, they'll be able to walk you through different types of services that we offer, preventative maintenance. And of course we do, I just want to say we do have the Cadillac of all services. And that offers termites, wildlife, ants, mosquitoes, anything that you can imagine that you would possibly want. But we also have the other styles of service as well, the lower maintenance, and they'll be able to walk you through it. But again, it's one of those things, if you have more questions, when we do come out, we do offer the estimates, we do offer that inspection, and then we can kind of break it down and actually make it a little bit more solution-based for that individual customer, rather than just saying, hey, customize it, and say, instead of, hey, here's a box, this is what you need, this is what you want. We do offer that type of a service as well.
I like that. We're talking with Derrick Case from Frames Pest Control. Pest control company around Metro Detroit. Really, really good. Framespestcontrol.com obviously is the URL or the website, by the way. And we're talking everything pests. So most, like, I don't, like, for me, I know I don't want spiders. I don't want mice in my house. I know I don't have mice. I want to protect my house, but I just don't know. So I'm listening to this show. I'm like, all right, I'm going to call Frames, and I can do a basic package where you come out and you can do a treatment, or do you come out and do an inspection first, or can you do a treatment at the same time?
And any of the services that we do, you would call, you get something set up, we would come out. The first thing that we're going to do is obviously take a walk around the house and see what's going on, and then plan our approach at that way. If the office would call and say, hey, you have a basic package, and we get out and we notice there's more going on, well, our service techs are going to point that stuff out, make a decision on what's going on, have a conversation with the customer, and decide what's going on with that.
Okay.
Now, those certain things would be, if you're having problems with, like we just talked about, spiders and occasional invaders, that service is going to be a little bit different because time of year. I kind of always have said, when you get out, when they start to see the leaves starting to fall, is when you kind of want to start calling for those occasional invaders. And those would be like box elder bugs, Asian ladybugs, stink bugs, things like that come to the house this time of year as it gets colder. And then the days warm up. They're looking for overwintering times. Sometimes that's probably going to be a 2-time service right away.
Right.
Where you're going to come out, you're going to do a spot crack and crevice treatment around the outside where the entry points are at. And then usually around 21 to 30 days later, you want to actually come out and do it again, depending on the time
follow-up,
follow-up. And then that service would be, covered ongoing. We also have, we call it our comes with a one-time service with a 45-day guarantee. So that would be built into that price as well. So that we can offer that. We preferred somebody to have, go at the ongoing maintenance, just because it's easier. Less worry.
Well, we can break that down.
You know
what I'm
cover
saying?
Everything on that.
Yeah. If anyone has a question for Derrick from Frames Pest Control, you can text us in studio live 248-927-1985. That's 248-927-1985. Text us in studio. We just got a text that came in and it said, what is the best way to prevent stink bugs? Why do they call them, by the way, before we answer that, why do they call them stink bugs? Do they stink?
When you actually kill them,
yeah,
they emit a perfume that's odorous and not the best. So it's their protection.
When you say perfume, is that like an oxymoron? It's a perfume that smells like butt.
It's not a pleasant smell at all.
So it gives off an odor.
Yep.
So
if an animal or somebody would want to eat it, or you smash it, you don't want to do it again.
You smell it.
Yep.
So you guys can prevent about that. Okay. Is there one like treatment that does everything, or is it
a basic treatment would take care of it? Stink bugs are a difficult insect to get to control because they are coming from the outside in. A crack and crevice treatment would take care of it, but also sealing up cracks and crevices around the outside as well. They like to come in through chimney caps. So make sure that you have a good chimney cap and a good metal screening that's insect proof, and we actually offer that as well.
So will you offer to fill the gaps and cracks for homeowners, or is that a handyman separate?
It depending on this type of the size and scope, we can. And it really kind of depends.
That's part of the prevention, because part of my fall checklist is taking low expanding foam, gaps and crack foam, insect stuff, where you walk around the outside of your house at the base level, look for your furnace pipes coming out, spigots, and if there's any gaps, spray those. Because that's where the animals and the rodents get in, right?
Yep. Most spray foams, though, unfortunately, won't stop a rodent from getting in. So before you
do they eat it or something?
They will chew through that. So before you do decide to fill those areas with that spray foam, you do want to put a rodent deterrent behind it. There are special materials that you can actually put in there that we actually do those types of exclusions. Put that material in and then actually use a sealant around it to make sure that actually stuff can't get back in. So you're kind of doing a dual action there.
Got it. We're talking with Derrick Case. He's from Frames Pest Control, the website framespestcontrol.com. You have a question for us in studio today, 248-927-1985. Derrick, we got another question that just came in. Bunch of spiders in the basement, but I have cats. Do you have anything that's pet safe?
Yes, we do have stuff that's pet safe. It's really depending. I don't want to say depending. It's how you actually use the products.
Okay, so let's say you have spiders in the basement. You're going to spray, or what do you do?
The biggest thing what I would recommend doing is what we would get in there. We would look at it. We would actually remove. So we would take a dewebber, remove the webbing, and to see actually. It's one of those questions where is it safe? It's how you use the products that's safe. We would want the cats to be removed if we were going to be using a product. There are many different methods.
Keep them away from the area.
If we can get them out of the basement, and then we would treat those cracks and crevices up high.
And then bring the cats
back. And then bring the cats back in when it dries.
Oh, so that's it. So a couple hours.
Yep.
Okay, so there you go. That's actually a good point. So yeah, obviously we don't want your cats drinking and licking the pesticide, but at the same time, you'll get rid of the spiders, and then cats will be fine.
Yep.
Okay. There are, and by the way, pet friendly, pet safe. That's important, obviously. But there are homeowners that are like, I don't want more chemicals. I don't want this and that. I don't want a fifth, a third eye coming out of my forehead,
Exactly.
or 11th finger or something like that. What do you have that's like, is if someone says, I want to be green and I want environmentally friendly, you have all that.
Yep, there are 25B products, and also just one of the easiest ones is just to use a vacuum. Simple as that. Removal. You're removing the pest. You're removing the problem. So literally taking the de-webber, getting it out, disturbing them, and then using a vacuum and maybe sleeping up the other ones, it'll be fine. You could also use glue boards. Spiders really like dark places. So a strategic place to put a glue board would be up into those spots.
Glue board.
A glue board.
Tell the audience what a glue board is. I mean, I could probably guess, but tell everyone.
For us in the pest control world, we use it as more of an identification and inspection tool. But glue boards can capture quite a bit of insects, and basically it's just a board that has a glue on it, and you set it there and they crawl across it and they pick it up and they get like
one step in.
Yeah, they get one step in and then they die.
Oh man, I kind of like that actually. Okay, so for me, I don't want animals in my house, meaning like not like pets, but I don't want spiders. I don't want stink bugs. I don't want ants. I don't want yellow jackets or hornets. And I definitely don't want bed bugs. The last thing I want to do is be laying in my bed and feel like something's nibbling on my legs or something bites me on like the back of my neck or some crazy creepy, right? I'm getting the chills thinking about it right now. So my question is it goes back to the full complete, from every corner of my house. I just want you guys to come in, do an assessment, and then say, okay, Adam, here's the deal. You got this, this, and this is how we're going to treat it. And we're going to prevent this, this, and this. Here's signs of this, but we're not sure you have it, but here's how we're going to do it. And you put this whole like game plan or a roadmap together for me and sign me up and let's roll.
Yep.
I mean, I'm simplifying it, obviously, right?
Pest controls, I don't want to say it's easy.
Yeah.
Because the actual everything that we do in pest control,
it's custom.
It is very customized. And to your point earlier about the DIY, you can do DIY pest control. I mean, it's the same as any other kind of industry. There are products out there. The biggest thing that we offer is what you just said. We get out, there's lots of questions. We want to break it down as simple as possible,
Sure.
Make it easy for you to understand. And we do have those programs that cover all of what you're saying. Do you need it all? Probably not. Can we simplify it for you to make you feel better so you're not laying in bed feeling all those creepy crawlies, feeling like you're waking up and you got bugs all over them? Yeah, we can do that too. And most pest control companies should be able to do that as well. It's just simply as asking the questions. What do I need? Be genuine, be honest, and you'll get those answers for you.
And I like that. I like that a lot. 248-927-1985. That's the station number to text us in studio. If you have a question for Derrick Case from Frames Pest Control, text us 248-927-1985. Derrick from Frames Pest Control. The number, if you guys want to make an appointment with Frames, is pretty simple. It's 877-803-5966, or just go to hireitdone.com, click on Frames, and boom, you get right to them. It's that simple. We don't want to make anything hard for you. And so we want to answer your questions as well. So Derrick, it's, again, it's fall. Spiders are a big thing, but stink bugs, what other, animals, rodents, arachnids, am I saying it right? Like what insects?
Yeah.
What other things should people be aware of or looking out for that can cause damage to the house? Like termites, obviously.
Termites are always going to be a problem. They are wood destroying. So as we get further north, they're a little bit less invasive, but in this area, we still have them. The biggest thing right now is the weather really hasn't changed much. And as I said earlier, the leaves, we really haven't seen that really start to fall. Over the next few weeks, the weather's supposed to start getting a little bit cooler. So it is going to be getting a little bit to that point where bugs will start becoming more of an issue on the homes if they're not already. But stinging insects are still out. We're still getting phone calls for yellow jackets, hornets, and we haven't had a good frost yet. So when you're out in the yard and you start seeing those leaves start to fall, you will probably start see some hornets nests in the trees.
Yeah.
They're at their biggest point right now. So they're getting ready to start overwinter as well.
The hornets nest now they have honey in them like bees
no,
or no?
No.
So you can't eat that stuff.
No, can't eat it. I don't want to say they're useless, but they are garbage eaters. These are the ones that you see around your garbage cans out at the parks. Cider mills breaking down. Yep, it's all the sweets. They're really going after it right now. And all those drones are out getting ready for their queens to start getting ready to overwinter. So they're really, really active, and we're still getting a lot of calls from them.
Interesting. I like that. We're talking with Derrick Case from Frames Pest Control, the website framespestcontrol.com. Also, if you have a question for us in studio, 248-927-1985. That's the text number. We take text messaging in studio. It's too hard to take the calls, and we're talking pest control. If you have a question about plumbing, you'll have to wait. That's how we roll here. So let's talk about the dreaded bed bugs. Bed bugs creep me out bad. That's why I have trouble staying in the hotels, even the bougie ones. So let's talk about bed bugs. For the audience, please, just define a bed bug. Is there like an official name for it? Like bed bug. It's Begorelius abugatus.
Unfortunately, I don't
There's
know
no scientific name.
I don't know the Latin name of it.
Bedbugius. Bedius abugius.
It's a bed bug.
Yeah. Okay. And if you have like a bug in your house, you take a picture of it. Is there a way to can I text you a picture of a bug and you can say, "Oh boy, Adam, you got problems, Houston"?
Yeah, they actually, if they take a picture, and they can actually send it to one of our, it's called Ask the Bug Man.
Yeah.
And through our website, and they can actually take it, they can send it to us. We can identify it, and we can start that process to kind of help it out. A bed bug does look like the size of an apple seed. So a lot of times people say, "Oh, can you see a bed bug?" Yes, you can see an adult bed bug, but nymphs are very hard to see.
What?
Nymphs.
Nymph?
So there's different stages.
How do you spell that? Like NY?
Yep.
MP?
Yep. And there's different stages. So as they molt and they get bigger, you start to see them more. And most of the times you're going to be able to see an adult bed bug because it is brownish in color.
Sure.
But when they do take a blood meal, they get very enlarged. So that's another way that you'll be able to see them. The other areas that you kind of want to look for are blood stains, the fecal matter around the edges of a bed, things like that. But even if you saw one, sometimes it's hard to determine if it is a bed bug or not. We get a lot of phone calls for bed bugs, and they might be carpet beetles because you kind of feel that area. If you do get them, or you feel like you have them, getting an inspection done is the first thing that I would probably do.
And so if someone's listening to the show right now, and they're like, you know what? I think I might have bed bugs. I'm not sure. I've seen a few little things, they call you. They said, "I heard you on the radio." And I said, "I think I have bed." You guys set up an appointment, and you actually are coming out with the intention of doing a treatment?
No, we're going to come out to do an inspection first.
Got it.
We want to confirm what's going on. And a lot of times it might not even be anything. And that's just a peace of mind.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You kidding me? I'm creeping out already.
And then once we get out, and then we confirm, and then we start talking about the solutions. And there's many solutions that you can use for. So
you'll help solve the problem.
We will help solve that.
Again, I like that a lot. So the other thing is, and I don't know who suggests this or not, but when I call you to come out for a bed bug inspection, is there a way to group together treatments and say, hey, while you're here, go in my basement, do the de-webbing and spray for spiders and spray for everything else. Do a seasonal spray. Can you do all that in the same time? Or is it has to need an inspection?
That day, depending on what's going on,
yeah,
we can get most of it done. Now, the actual service for a bed bug job is probably not going to get done that day. That's going to take quite a bit longer.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
There's much more
direct.
Entailed into doing one of those services. There's some prep work. There's some communication. There's some, it has to be an agreement, kind of hey, listen, here's the process. And
so there's more than just coming out and saying, all right, spray.
Yep. And even with general pests, occasional invaders, things like that, even though we're talking about, hey, it's easy. easy. It's still a process. Everything has to have a solution. And you have to understand you have carpenter ants. Let's just say there's carpenter ants. Carpenter ants could be a yearly thing. They might not necessarily be in the house. They're just foraging to the house.
Yeah,
so that
that
yearly
happens
maintenance.
to me.
So what does that solution look like for you? And what are the expectations that are going to happen? Chemicals work, but how do those chemicals work as well? Green products work. How do those green products work? What are your expectations after you come out and do those kind of things? Is it going to be ongoing? Is it going to be something that we can do one time? There's lots of little things that you have to kind of set that expectation out with the customers and with our technicians that are coming out as well, so they can explain it. And that's truthfully one of the hardest things to do, is teaching that next step after you come out and you actually do the treatment.
Well, it makes sense. So, what's it cost to have come out and do an inspection? Because I have like a menu. I know I want to check for this and that, and I want to spray. Let's go.
So cost for inspection is $375. That does come with a full inspection. If you do decide to use it, and that's for general pests, that's just for the inspection. Even that would be a cost for an inspection for bed bugs. If they decide to use us and go with the program, that $375 comes off the price of the service.
Got it. Okay, so it's applied towards it, which makes sense, and I appreciate that. So, when you come for the inspection, is there a time, like, are you there for an hour? Are you there for 15 minutes? The guy just pulls up and says, there you go. How's that work?
So depending on the type of service.
Sure.
A general pest service most likely is going to be called, scheduled over the phone. So a lot of that inspection time is already included into the service with the general pest. So really that could take about an hour and a half, but that's with service as well. Bed bugs usually, depending on the size of the house, depending on what's going on, it could take 5 minutes because we find bed bugs really quick. It could take an hour and a half depending on the size of the house.
You find bed bugs. Okay, let's say you find them, and it creeps me out. Like, if you found bed bugs, what do you tell the homeowner? Listen, don't sleep here tonight. Like,
the first thing is Adam
would just burn the whole house down.
Adam really, I can tell Adam really is afraid of bed bugs.
I'm not. Hold on a second. I am not afraid of bed bugs. Okay, if they want to fight, I'll go. I'll go. I'll get in the octagon with the bed bugs. The problem is, I won't be able to sleep. I'll be closing my eyes and thinking bed bugs are crawling, around my body and stuff. I'll be like, hey, this is crazy.
I think the biggest thing is when a customer calls and they're dealing with bed bugs, I think the biggest thing you have to do is you have to understand the situation that the customer is in.
Right.
So if it is you and we are coming out and we do find that you have bed bugs, the first thing is you have to be a little bit compassionate, because that is a mental.
Bed bugs have feelings?
No, the customer has feelings.
Good.
Bed bugs have no feelings. But you have to be a little bit compassionate, because it is just like you said. How are you going to be able to sleep in the bed with knowing that there's bed bugs there?
We're gonna take a break. But when we come back, I want to go through this whole bed bug process, because getting rid of bed bugs ain't easy. And because I'm already got like creepy crawlies on me right now. I'm feeling weird. My name's Adam Helfman. We got Derrick Case in studio from Frames Pest Control. We're talking bed bugs. Keep it locked in here, my friends, because when we come back, we're going to tell you how to get rid of them, how to identify them, what they look like, and all the good stuff that goes with it. My name's Adam Helfman. You're listening to Hire It Done on 101 WRIF, everything that rocks. Which is a fantastic design element. And of course, with the homeowner knowing what they wanted, this is fantastic. So tell me a little bit about these screens. You obviously had a frame around this. It's a company called Magnatrack. Is it difficult? I mean, you have to have electrical. Tell me about it.
So a lot of it is just making sure that we know what the screen manufacturer is. What are they requiring for needs to be? That's relayed to the electrician that's being and then obviously with the homeowner, what do they want? What are they going to use it for? Is it going to be something where they're here all year round, where it's going to be down all year round, or do they want it to be going up and down and all that good stuff? The density of the actual screen itself. Do they want it to be more privacy? They'll make sure that everything is all sitting in here.
You know, it's interesting because when we were outside, and we'll show you guys in a minute, you really can't see in. So you've got that full bunch of privacy. And of course, I looked around the neighborhood and everyone's got a deck, a lot of beautiful decks. Back, it's private. We'll show with the screens up and the screens down. It's just fabulous. So tell me now about the actual product on the deck itself. This
TimberTech American Walnut. Customer had before at their old house. Loves the color. Loves it that it's PVC based, which is great. Cleans well. Just like any other composite. It's a great cleaning. It's going to be long lasting. PVC is a great product. We deal with Trex and TimberTech all the time. So when it comes to any type of you're looking for, a lot of it, to be honest with you, is the color. Like
I was going to say, this color.
Yeah.
And for me, my opinion of decks is it's the installer is the most important part. I go with the color and then go to you and say, look, this is what I like. What are your thoughts? You're going to be installing it. I think this is great, and I love this color. What do they call it again?
American Walnut.
American Walnut. Yeah,
ultimately,
it's got a great look.
I mean, we want to build a great product, right? Like we want to that the homeowner's proud of, but you have to be utilizing this every single day. So if I'm sitting here essentially pushing a color or a brand that I feel like is the best, or what I feel like I really want here, doesn't matter, because that's what the homeowner wants, and that's the best part about it.
Exactly. So let me ask time-wise. Here we are. It's been complete for a bit. How long did it take you guys from the time you got the permit to the time they had their first barbecue out here?
It's a great question. Probably, I would say 3 to 4 months. It probably took us.
It's good. It's about right.
Structure, pretty big size roof structure.
It's a big carpentry crew.
I mean, this is a very tall gable end. So when it comes to that, there's a lot of roof work. There's a lot of moving parts that come along with it. So I would say if I had to
Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. We have a great interview going on right now with Derrick Case from Frames Pest Control. The website, framespestcontrol.com. He's a Hire It Done contractor. We're talking about getting rid of spiders, bed bugs, the process of getting rid of bed bugs. So, Derrick, at the break, we were talking about when someone calls and makes an appointment with for you guys, and they can call and ask all kinds of questions. Like, I think I have ants. I think I have bed bugs. I think I have this. And over the phone, you guys are going to ask the right questions and filter out what's exactly needed, right?
Correct.
So that's good. Now let's assume it's bed bugs.
Okay.
And you come to the house and your guy's like, Mrs. Homeowner, you got bed bugs. What's the next step? Do I go to a hotel?
No.
Okay. Can I sleep in the house?
Yes.
Where do I sleep?
Same place you've been sleeping before.
Whoa, what? And then just like, I'm going to sleep with one eye open. I mean, geez.
And the unfortunate part, that is the unfortunate part. Now, that also, when I say that, I'm going to say it very lightly because it depends on the severity of the bed bugs. So
your guys are equipped to communicate with me. Like,
Yes.
they're not going to be like an alarmist and say, all right, Mrs. Jones, there's 5 hotels in the area. We have a coupon for you. Get your butt into the hotel because you've got an army of bed bugs.
No.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, you really don't want to leave and go anywhere. Let's just put it that way. The biggest thing is when we get out there and we take a look, we determine the kind of like the infestation. Sorry. Normally it takes, if you do get bed bugs in your house, it normally is going to take around 3 months for you actually to start seeing really like an infestation level size,
to see them, but not to get rid of them. But that doesn't mean you can't see them earlier. And that kind of depends. That's also going to be depending on what the next part is for that solution base. Okay. So you got bed bugs. We all agree. Let's just say I took a Xanax and I can relax now and I just don't worry. I need the bed bugs out. Tell me how Frames gets rid of my bed bugs.
So we offer 3 different services, and it really depends on the state of the clutter that's kind of in the house.
I got a family of 4
and
bugs.
Depending on how long you live there, you can collect things. So the less clutter, the easier it is to actually treat. That's not going to determine the price of the job. It just more the solution. Less clutter means that we can offer more different styles of services, and that basically means that more traditional chemical treatments.
So I'm gonna set you up a scenario.
Okay.
Here's the scenario: mattress, bed bugs underneath the sheets in the corner curl of the mattress. I have this vision in my head, like online. I seen this. You peel it over and you're like there, and now I got bed bugs. Frames is on the site. I'm feeling good because Frames is here. Are you guys spraying? Are you vacuuming? Are you setting a fire like 900 degrees? Are we microwaving? Do you have a direct energy weapon coming from space? What do we have?
I really wish it was as simple as we spray that area and the bed bugs are gone.
It's not that simple.
It's not that simple.
Dang.
The unfortunate part is we really just can't treat one part of the house.
The whole house.
The whole house has
All
to
right,
be.
I'm down for that.
The whole house has to be serviced.
I'm down.
And the biggest reason is bed bugs are transporters, so they get transported from areas.
They drive trucks?
No, unfortunately, which they did because we would, there's a lot of them. But really, they kind of get transported around. That's how they enter your house. So they actually get transported into your house. And then they wander kind of around looking for food sources. And as that population grows, they move further away from each other just because of how they procreate.
Okay. So
you can't really just
you gotta treat the whole house.
You got to treat the whole house. Even if you might see one bed bug in one area of the house, you really want to make sure you treat the whole house because you don't know exactly.
When I said mattresses, is it because they live in the mattress? They like that? Or
no,
what?
It's the reason you say mattress is because it's a bed bug. You're living it. You're sleeping on the bed.
Wow, the light bulb just went on. The bed bug.
The bed bug.
Dun,
so
dun, dun, dun.
what they actually do is where they stay. Just make it simple. They actually will come to the host, which is
my body,
which is Adam, at the house. It's your host. They take a blood meal and then they go back. Now,
when you say blood meal, are you talking about
they actually physically take blood from you?
I knew it.
Like a mosquito.
I knew it.
But unlike a mosquito.
My blood is royalty. No wonder why.
And then they go back to where they're resting at, and then they sit there.
Do you ever do a collaboration with a mattress company?
No.
We should do a collab. Serta, Sealy, and Frames.
But with that, they enter to the host and then they come back. Now, as that population goes, they could be in a baseboard. They could be up high behind picture frames. There could be, they're I don't want to say they're lazy, but they kind of are, because they don't want to be disturbed. So the closer they are to the host, the easier it is. But as that population grows, they need to get further away. So further away might be the
suburban sprawl,
the bed next door.
Right, I got you. So
then, can or the couch down in the living room.
So is it a one-day treatment or it's a series of treatments?
Most of our services for bed bugs are going to be a multiple visit. So whether it's our heat treatment, whether it's our standard chemical treatment.
So you'll explain all the treatments.
Yep, all the treatments and how that works, and go from there.
All right, well, that helps. So it could be a multiple treatment job. How do we test pre and post. Obviously, pre-testing, you come there and you're like, that's a bed bug, right?
Yep.
Post testing, obviously, by the time you're done doing treatment at my house, I'll be a bed bug expert.
Most likely, yeah.
So you'll know. But do you do like is there ways to check? And then in the future, you say to me, Mr. Helfman, in 3 months from now, you might want to do a little check and peel this up and look. And if there is bed bugs coming back, do you?
So the part of the service is that last service, that last check to make sure everything's gone. And with that, unfortunately, you don't know where we go as that house goes. So where did they come from? So that's the other part too. What happened? Why did they all of a sudden you get it? Did you stay at a hotel? Were you somewhere where somebody had them? You sat on their couch, you got them, picked them up, brought them back. Did somebody come over to your house and bring them? That's the hardest part you don't know, and that's the part that we have to get over.
I went on vacation, and in the Holiday Inn at the or whatever the place is, all of a sudden I come home and I'm thinking, whoa.
It's trying to take that blame away from them because it just unfortunately happened. You know, it's not.
Did you ever Google bed bugs like at the hotel you're about to go see or stay at? I did.
When we first started getting those phone calls for bed bugs, I got to be honest. Yeah, I'd go to a hotel room, I'd rip it apart, I'd inspect every, and I got to be honest. Out of all the hotels that I've stayed in, my family, we travel a lot for soccer. My kids play travel sports. Out of 5 years, one time I found them.
They're big time.
One time I found them.
And a nicer hotel probably.
And it was at a nicer hotel. But it happens.
I'll go to Walmart and buy a new blanket, sheets, and everything, lay it on top of the bed, and then throw it out when I leave.
But these things,
that's how crazy.
it does happen. Unfortunately, it does happen. Now, when we talk about treatment, the sooner you find them, the easier it is to get rid of them.
Okay.
The longer you take to get rid of them, the harder it is to get rid of them. And this is unfortunately one of those things where when you're DIYers, if you really don't know which products that you're using and how to use them properly for bed bugs, you can create a problem that's even bigger.
Okay. And that's why it's better to call the pro. That's what I was getting at. And for everyone out there listening, if you want to get rid of any rodent, bug, bed bug, spider, anything in your house, give Frames Pest Control a call. FramesPestControl.com. They're on HireItDone.com, under exterminators, under pest control. There's a million things. Derrick, how long you guys been around?
52 years.
Good people. I was recently at their offices, so everyone knows, and I visited them. And we're going to be doing we're actually going to be on a couple of job sites soon to watch you guys in process, which is exciting for me. I want to put on like a bug like suit. Do you have like a the guy like a hazmat suit, or do you have like a
we'll get you all hooked up.
Yeah,
we'll make you look professional.
I want to like get rid of like a hornet's nest.
We can put you in a bee suit and
I want to do that.
And if
Roberta, will you film it?
And if the weather stays good enough, we'll have that opportunity.
Yeah, I would think that would be a really good viral kind of video. I want to put on a hornet's thing.
It is.
Can we do that?
If we can figure that out, we can.
I'm not afraid of that. If you put that thing on me, give me a flamethrower.
It's still an adrenaline rush.
I'm in. I'm down. Put some smoke in there. Like they blow smoke. I'm like, I watch it on TV or something. I don't know any idea. All right. Well, that's good, man. I appreciate that a lot. So, Derrick, I'm excited to get out on the jobs with you guys. Thanks for coming on the show today.
Appreciate it.
Isn't that fast, isn't it?
It's pretty fast.
Yeah. Any shout out to the people at Frames listening?
Well, I know my business partner right now, BJ's listening.
What up, BJ Gall in the house?
So he's already texted me once and said, make sure that you say hello. So and everybody else that's working right now for us out in the field, because we do work Saturdays as well. So those guys are out busting their butt and helping everybody out.
Well, shout out to Frames Pest Control. Go to HireItDone.com. Obviously, you'll get them. It's always good to have you here, and I appreciate you coming on. Stay tuned, folks, because we're going to be doing videos. And by the way, if you want to learn more about HireItDone, just go to HireItDone.com. But we're on Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, X. What else are we on, Roberto? We're on all of them. That Facebook too. We're live. You can watch us in studio, and I appreciate that as well. But look, we just want you to have good home improvement advice. And when you're asking, when you call Frames, and you ask them to come out to your house, ask them a couple questions like, hey, how long does it take? If I do go forward with a treatment, what's the warranty? What's the guarantee? Do you come back? If I have an issue, how do I handle it? Things like that. Those are the questions you should ask because you're inviting them into your home. They're professional. Obviously, I've gone out to their offices. I've met the owners. I've seen their work already. So I'm not putting them on the website if I didn't think they're going to take care of your situation. That's the best part about it. And between me, between Frames and yourself, that trifecta, we'll call it, we're all solution minded. We're here to help you as a homeowner get through that. I'm telling you right now, if I had bed bugs, I don't even know what would be happening. Stay away from me with flamethrowers because the bed bugs have no chance surviving with me. But I just it's the grossness of me trying to sleep and I know I have bed bugs. Can you imagine trying to fall asleep with bed bugs? There's no question I need Ambien. I need Trazodone. I need something. I couldn't help myself, but it is what it is. So I want to thank you again, Derrick, for coming on the show. Appreciate that. And don't forget, if you need contractors, roofing, siding, windows, kitchens, baths, room additions, dormers, electrical, plumbing, pest control, anything, home improvement, everything within the four corners of your lot, I'm here for you, friends. That's what Hire It Done does. And if you're a professional contractor, you want to grow your business this year or next year, guess what? We want you. Get a hold of us. Go to hireitdone.com. Click on Ask Adam. I'm here for you. We want to help you. We want to profile you as well. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. My name's Adam Helfman. For more information, always go to hireitdone.com. Thank you for tuning in on 101 WRIF. Everything that rocks.